Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to get through some of the news items here, and a lot of it involves some of this trip that's going to the Asia, and a lot of the countries that are going to be there. And of course, there's some tit for tat discussions going on there, that's for sure. Um, yeah, so let's just get into it here. So, thought I'd just maybe put down some of the tit for tat and leverage discussions here. So tit for tat done intentionally to punish others because they have done something unpleasant to you. That is definitely following the theme for what Doug Ford has used some of the recordings for Ronald Reagan talking about fair trade and leverage, and this is where uh, Carney does not know or understand, obviously, the power or the ability to act to influence people and advance decisions. He can't play the game with Trump, that's for sure. Trump says talks with Canada off and invokes Reagan as a free trader. And that's the discussion I said about Doug Ford here. He made an audio and he's publishing it across the U.S. States. And yeah, it's just got under the skin of Trump. So then the tit for tat has basically started here. But I think the biggest thing would be to just understand that there's a lot more at risk here for ongoing trade discussions. Um, and I'll say this about Donald Trump: he's definitely looking after he's the president of the United States and looking after the United States every decision that he's doing here, and of course maybe his own pocketbook a little bit. But if the U.S. benefits, then he's doing everything to uh, uh, secure more jobs and you name it for the U.S. Just reiterating the story here. Asia trip is off or on, and it sounds like the tit for tat between Ukraine or Trump and China and Xi is back and forth, but now it's back on that he's going to be sitting down with them, and there's a whole pile of things that Trump is going to try to accomplish there: the trade tensions with China, the Israel-Gaza ceasefire, Russia-Ukraine war, because he's talking about increasing the tariffs to China if the deal isn't reached. Um, and here, India is leaning in and saying, maybe we can make some sort of deal on corn and soybeans, even though there's some issues with the local farmers for the Indian government because just the size of that population that votes for him. But the other issue is the non-GMO status that they keep buying. They only buy non-GMO products as much as they can. So here's uh, Carney. Here's his leverage. He's just going to be going to talk and get some deals done with these Asian countries. Same kind of flyby trip here, but we cannot replace the U.S. in the amount of business that we do with them. And he forgets that the crude oil and like Canada is number three in oil reserves in the world, and he's seemed to have forgotten that we should use that as leverage and have us selling stuff to the other parts of the world other than just the U.S. Putin getting a little ticked off here because India is even talking about decreasing the amount that they're buying with this sanctions on a couple of countries. So we'll see if that actually slows down. Quick weather update. It looks like we've got some sort of wave fashion on the jet stream, and it's going to add warm and dry weather in the U.S., but probably unsettled weather in the prairies because of that. Some freezing happening in the eastern part of the U.S. I would say there's probably very little chance that that's actually going to affect a whole lot of crop. Active weather going across Texas. Quick look at the markets there. We're $1.50 up on canola at 620, 471 for rapeseed. Uh, Soybean oil basically flat at 50 cents 83. Crude oil at $61.90 on the West Texas. It's just slightly up. Soybeans just a penny down, and your wheat is down 2 pennies on Minneapolis, but basically flat on the Kansas and the Chicago. Canadian dollar just slightly down. Corn slightly down as well, a penny and a quarter. Market basically trading sideways on wheat or on the November contract, and the January contract is following the same trend. I did have discussions with a few clients here, just understanding where the November 26 contract is. We're trading close to the 670 mark. I would be still leaning in and getting, a portion of your sales, maybe up to 20, 30%, somewhere in there. Making lower highs and lower lows still means that we're in a downtrend, even for the January 20 or the November of 26 canola. European rapeseed seems to be trying to approach that 200-day moving average. We'll see if we can breach that. If it continues, $139 price differential between the European rapeseed and Canadian canola priced in Canadian dollars. Soybean oil futures basically still getting sandwiched between the 100-day and the 200-day moving average. Look, you can see that there is a breakout on the soybeans, and again, it's still making lower highs. But if we break out above there, that would be potential for it to say that we're breaking trend here. And the January futures, the same idea. So for a lot of the clients, I'm still looking at soybeans to get to 60, 70 plus % sold for new crop or for old crop. And if at all possible, we would be looking at some new crop sales there too. Your crude palm oil futures, it's sitting now right at a pivot point extension here. So if it breaks lower, much lower than this, it could be, hopefully getting some support from the 200-day moving average. Your West Texas has had that big run up in the last few trading sessions here. Canadian dollar pull up, I think, partly because of the crude oil prices going up. Because again, we are the number 3 oil reserves on the planet here. So wheat, spring wheat, nice green candle. Still not convinced, even though some of the technicals are telling us. But when you look at that, you would say technically we're over. We should be breaking out anytime soon, but we've been in this since July. So when you look at the hourly chart, it does look pretty favorable. And this is the rationale that why we're trading there is because China is going to be buying, and this whole hopes and dreams that there's going to be a trade deal, I think, is pretty evident, and the market is trading it. So if you look at Kansas, nice recovery there. The pivot point that it climbed through on the hourly chart. Looks like you still got some support even on below there as well, with another pivot point extension. Your Chicago wheat, nice move up. But then when you look at the chop going sideways of the French wheat, it's just going sideways. Corn futures, nice move up here on the hourly chart, and it does show up even on the daily chart here as well. December 4th is the StatsCan. Both of these are kind of in doubt right now if the government shutdown continues.